Okay, and good evening. Actually, it's good morning. It's April the 2nd, 2018, and it just turned, it's 12:08 Eastern Daylight Time, and I had to make a little quickie video. I got to go through the dark here. This is an impromptu goofy thing again. I'll turn off this sound. But the deal is that I finally got a clear shot of the moon tonight, and I decided that, excuse me for being in the dark, but I decided all of a sudden, like, I should show where the moon is, because I've had some people to email me and say that I'm crazier than a bedbug, that the earth doesn't wobble, that that's an impossibility. And not only that, there it is. I'm looking west. That's coming up in the east. Now, I'm doing this because the other night, I got to get on the other side of this light here. Doing a little bit of brickwork here at my back door after all these years. So I'll get on the other side of the light. So my house is faced east and west, and it faces south. It is a passive solar home, as I have stated in my other videos, but for anybody that's just watching, I've been here at this location for over 35 years, and I know where the sun and the moon comes up. Now, Thursday night, before the clouds rolled in real good, the moon came up, which would be right behind my head. Okay. Now, you can't sit because it's dark 30 here and everything, but there are a bunch of trees and everything right behind me. And it took a while for me to see the moon rise, even though it was just a day away from being full, actually 2 days away from being full, because the moon was in the trees. And I had to wait until, I don't know, early in the morning, but then it started getting cloudy and I couldn't see the moon at all. And when I did, I came outside, I had to look straight up. Okay. That's where the moon was. Now, I'm standing almost exactly in the same place. I do this at my back porch at my door so that I will have a reference point every time I do this. Because what you need to do, instead of telling me that I'm a dadgum fool, there's no way the earth or the moon could wobble around the way it actually is for you to go out and you pick a spot and you look at the moon every night you can and check it to like where trees are or a building is or something like that. It's very simple to do, but to call me a fool because I don't know what I'm talking about and that the earth can't wobble, I'm just saying, I've been observing this for 35 years from this very location. And of course I'm a fool. Of course I'm crazy because the earth cannot possibly wiggle the way it's doing unless there's other stuff going on. Now you see where the moon is over my head. Oh, it's over my current left shoulder as I face the camera. Now, this is hard to believe. I have trouble believing it. When I saw where the moon set early this morning and I made that video, I was ready to drop a cow because in 3 days' time, the moon has moved 15, 20 degrees. Now, from where the moon is rising now, just straight over my head, if you do a little bit of calculations as to where the moon is now, it's a good 15 degrees difference. A very easy 15-degree difference. Now, I haven't been able to see the star pattern because there's a little bit of clouds moved in, and also wow, it's really low in the sky from where I'm sitting. I mean, it is, you just can't understand. But it was almost over, it was straight overhead for 5 days ago, and now it's Let's see. I'm trying to see if I can get my arm in here. Yeah, a little bit. Let me hold my hand in here towards this little light there. Now it is up that way. And as it comes across the sky, it's going to be at about from overhead, 10, 20, it's going to be 30 degrees difference than it was 4 nights ago. So we are definitely in a wiggle, wobble, wobble, wiggle. Oh, hello, Lavette. The moon is the destroyer of the age of Cancer and the deluge. Well, I'll tell you what. From where I saw this moon come up just 4 nights ago, the Earth or the moon, one or both of them are out of whack. You know, somebody sent me a kind of nasty remark, and I'm like, I'm not going to feed the trolls. But if you just go outside and look where it is every night and make an observation, something strange is going on, and maybe my reality is different from yours, where your location is, and that's why I'm doing this, because it's like I can't believe that the moon has dropped so far in the sky in 4 days. Now, conversely, in watching the weather earlier this evening, Georgia's going to have a cool spell. It's going to get down into the low 40s in 2 days. Now, if the Earth rolled north where the moon has gone south, of course we would get colder. We're further north, and that just helps that cold wave come in. But I'm standing out here now, and I'm not intending on making a long video of this, but the moon is at least 25 degrees south of where it was 4 nights ago. And I didn't get a chance to see it rise to get a good look at it last night. But anytime that I can see, what's 90 degrees? Overhead? Miss Lavette? Because from where I'm at, it's way low in the sky. I mean, it's freaky low in the sky. If you want to know my quite honest opinion, I'm standing out here in my bare feet. It's not really cold, but I'm chilly, and I don't care, because this is just like, I cannot believe where the moon is. It's just, now, talk about a reality shift. Have we changed some kind of a timeline to where the moon and the Earth is in a different position now? As that reality came about? Several days ago, people were discussing the fact that, they were like pulling into a parking place, and in the blink of an eye, they went from empty to full. And these people aren't crazy or on drugs. And, they're like, and a lot of people in a lot of places are having weird dimensional things like, where did that come from? Or wasn't there a shed there? Or there's just some weird happenings going on. Now, I'm standing here documenting this from my back porch, because the moon is over that way, and it's supposed to be over my head. From 4 days ago, going on 5, the moon should be straight overhead, and it ain't. Whew. Now, it's a pretty night. It's really quiet. We had it looked like some low chemtrails that came in earlier this evening. And what was a beautiful, hello, Wade, my friend. How are you up there in Canada? Hello. Hey. I'm just documenting where the moon is, my friend, because it's so out of whack. I don't know if I did a video early this morning, and I just had to come out and check the full moon. And it's just we're in the wrong place. I don't know how else to say it, but we're just in the wrong place. I know that the sun has been, things were very bright the last few days. Now, I know that in the springtime, that with all the leaves and everything coming out, that they have a tendency to have a new green kind of look versus towards the end of the summer, where the green kind of gets darker and pale or whatever. But So, all the flowers are blooming and everything's great. My taters are coming up, and, onions are looking good. And I feel Mother Earth beneath my feet. And I think to myself, okay, ooh, dumplings, chicken and dumplings on the stove. Yum, yum. Okay, oh, Miss Levette. But I tell you, in a way, it's creepy looking where that moon is. I just don't know how else to put it. I've been standing here trying to look at some of the other stars to see if I could get a good look at what's where Orion is and the other constellations are, because that just I can't show them with this with this laptop camera, but I can at least make reference while I'm standing here looking at it. So, but Mr. Wade, how are things up your way? Things going all right with you? I think I got to go put this down and go sit down. Got to take myself in the house for a minute. I had to walk in the house. Set myself down to where it's a little better to be. Yeah, I was wondering how you were. Someone was trying to discuss and having a hangout, and I don't even know how to invite somebody to have a hangout, or whatever the deal is. I know I've been having a lot of sleep issues, Mr. Wade, bad times, and this little computer, I don't know why. I'm just a guy, I'm a hermit, live down in the woods. I don't want to harm anybody or think any harm to anyone. Many moons ago, I made a commitment to be a prayer warrior in my own little way, to try to heal the earth, heal people, try to be a liaison between some folks who, don't understand what's going on, like taking videos of the moon and such, and just, stuff. But why they would want to crash my computer, why they would, Google would want to block me out of things. Why do they make this so hard to just answer my email? Why do they block me from my email? Well, maybe this discussing the fact that the earth is really wobbling is hurting somebody's feelings. I don't know. It seems to me that, my videos get 3 or 4 views, or maybe 10. I think this might be one of the highest. It's not about that. It's about putting the word out to the universe, and one person hears it, can verify it to another, can pass it on, and it just gets passed on. And that's what I try to do. We have to pass this information on. And we have to stop with this, oh, you're crazy. Now, I got to say that there are some folks that I have difficulty listening to, and they have this and they have that and blah, blah, blah. But I look at it very simply. By going outside and looking with my 2 eyes, taking my little plastic protractor and a string, taking my little, binoculars and taking pictures when I can, I just simply try to document what is obvious. Now, the problem is that people have they have a hard time thinking that the earth could actually wobble. And that's a shame. And whether it's Nibiru or solar radiation or cosmic dust or energy or whatever, they have been warning us since the late 90s that we were going to have some significant changes in the 2000s, after 2005. And this was way before the 2012 end of the world stuff was coming. And so the truth is so impossible. And I don't blame them, because, you know, I'm sitting here and I can see the moon through one of my windows. And 4 nights ago, I had to lean like this to even see where the moon was, let alone actually see the whole moon from where I'm sitting without even going outside. And so from my position in the house, in my little plastic protractor, it's easy for me to tell what's going on. Now, I got to say, it's freaky as hell. The earth is wobbling as much as 15 degrees in a 4-day period. I know it's hard to swallow, but I challenge folks to go outside and look for yourself. Don't believe me. Now, something that I was looking through the other early this morning after I got off the offline, and I sometimes I do a what do you call it? Writing, ghost writing, spirit writing, and I came across something that I wrote at 2:20 a.m. on 12/27/17, and it I'm going to read it, okay? Man, bear with me if it's boring, then. But it says magic, and it's spelled wrong or correctly, depending. And now I wrote this as just a spirit writing exercise. Now the you is not just me; it's you, plural, all of us. So when I read the you part of this, that's what it means. Okay. So 12/27/17, 2:20 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You may have the energy, but that isn't the power. With the power, you can create, but you cannot create without focus. If you have focus and the power, you must also have a point, as in a focal point. With all of these things at once, you must still have intent. Now, this is the magic it's speaking of, because you just can't have one thing. You have to have all of these things. And the fact that I wrote this in like a spirit thing, when I read it this morning, I was like, whoa, where'd this come from? Anyway, so it says, as in a focal point, with all of these things at once, you must still have intent for the magic to work. Your intent must match the energy of the creation you wish. Harmony of frequency is the balance of the life force. Pureness of harmony accelerates the process of the focal point. Thus, the intent is brought to focus the power of the creation. And that creation can be a single thought. Blew me away. I wrote this down. Okay. Now, to go on, your powers are much stronger than you realize. Now, I know that there was a lot of intent to me personally with this statement. I'll read it again. Your powers are much stronger than you realize. Allow this new energy. It is important that this new energy to flow into and through you, because to try and hold any of this energy is useless. The excitement of those new feelings will bring you a new joy and rich. Oh, sorry. The excitement of those new feelings will bring you a new joy and ride as a surfer, taking in the beauty of the wave and all things around the wave, up, down, in and out of the wave and the water, but stay on your board and no fancy tricks. Just share the wave. It's a page and a half. Is that backwards? Anyway, it says 12/27/17 at 2:20 a.m. But I had to read this because it's like it really makes sense. And I've been asking for guidance, you know. I don't consider myself any fancy thing, but I've had a lot of things that I've written down over the years, and I've tried to tell them to people, and they just freak out. And it's like, well, what the heck? This is something you shouldn't really freak out about, because it's like this statement here. Your intent must match the energy of the creation you wish. Harmony of frequency is the balance in the life force and the pureness of harmony. Holy crap. And that accelerates the process of the focal point. So when you understand one thing, it helps with the other. So if your focus is to create a good thought or a book or music or whatever that thing is, God forbid you wish to create something bad, but it actually works that way too. However, we're speaking of just good energy and good force and that type of magic. Earth magic, you know, Mother Earth magic. Some shamans that I have met in the Native American community over the years have taught me much. I gotta hang out. Yeah. Why, you want to join in? I don't know how to do this. Okay. I'm really stupid with this stuff. And I don't know how to get you to join this thing. I just hit the little button and go live, you know, but I would love, you know, if we can do a shared hangout, that's fine with me. Help me figure out how to do it. That was one reason why I was like, one of these days I'm going to be awake enough and you're going to be around and maybe we can figure this mess out, because I have wanted to be able to, you know, not type back and forth. And I love conversation because during conversation, things come out and they open up, et cetera, et cetera. And so how do we do this? You know, I don't even know. Let me see what's on. Oh, I don't know how to get into any of this. And see, I've got a Chromebook. And I wonder if I started another hangout and then went live. I really don't know how to do this. I really don't. There's YouTube home. I don't know what that's going to get me. I know I can start a hangout with this Chromebook. Oh, it says I'm live now. Okay. Why is there a commercial on this page? Shame on you guys. I think that's where I want to start the hangouts. I can't see the screen right now. I'm trying to load hangouts. That's interesting. The app's not here. Whoa, for real. The app's not here. Go um, Google crashed my computer the other day, and I got uploads and downloads, and now a bunch of stuff doesn't work. And I had two different versions of Hangouts on here, and neither one of them are here now. Now, what is that all about? Holy crap. Yeah, I've got Chrome. This is a little Chromebook. It's a couple of years old, but the Google Chrome, boy, this is weird. Google Chrome does this thing that you got to do what they say and abide by their rules, blah blah blah. Well, if you don't do their updates, they will just simply shut you down. And HP is tied in with Google Chrome, so this HP will shut down whether you want to or not, and update itself and go, sorry. And it'll erase stuff, it's moved stuff, it's changed my settings. And I'm like, but I'm sure I pissed off Google and HP. Hey, wait, look, you're up, I'm up, I've had my meds. I'm going to download let's see. I got to go into the app thing, I think. Okay. I'm going to have to download Hangouts again, and it'll take me a few minutes. So I'm going to cut this, and so I can goof around with this thing and plug the battery back in and all that. But give me a couple minutes, 10 minutes. I'll go pee and get more coffee. But in the meantime, I'm going to have to download this app so I can start it all over again. So give me a few minutes. I'm going to cut this out. Miss Lavette, you're welcome to join back in later on. Let me get this thing sorted out. So see you in a few. God love you, and happy Easter now that it's over to anybody else who's listening, watching. And what Windows? I'm using Chrome. Okay, it's not Windows, it's Chrome. My Windows unit's upstairs and it hasn't been able to run. They keep messing with. I don't know why I'm so special that they want to shut me down. I mean, I got 49 people that have subscribed and just a few people watch. I mean, what kind of a threat am I? But who knows? Maybe I'm going to say something that's going to trigger something to somebody, and oh, holy moly, we can't have the truth out there. So Wade, hang on. I'm going to shut this down, but I'm going to come back on as soon as I can. All right. And then I'm going to, Can I invite you to a hangout through Gmail? Do you know about that, Wade? Can I go to Gmail and can I invite you through Gmail? I've got coming up now, and maybe we can link through there somehow. But I still don't have Hangouts. They erased off my computer. This is great. God love you. Right, I know you're on Gmail. I just opened it up. I'll send you a message or something, and I'm going to download the app again for this Chromebook, and I'll be back with you. Okay, love y'all. Bye.